meal. Imagine not having a mom or dad. It definitely must feel bad. Imagine having a huge hole in your mind, heart, and soul. Imagine being locked in a cage at such a young age. What if you were in their place? What troubles would you face? Do you know what it's like to not be able to fight your own fights? In old age homes, days are short and nights are long. And in everyone's heart is a sad song. They sit and ponder the years go by, but in their hearts is always a never-ending cry. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that might increase your sensitivity quotient. It might compel you to take accountability of your actions, and it might leave you in tears. But what can be such a topic that's so highly unspoken of? Despite many leading organizations, NGOs, and social activists trying their hardest, their impact is still so timid that perhaps it needs our undivided attention to take action. Let's understand the depth of this problem. According to a recent survey conducted by UNICEF, studies found that there are estimated 150 million orphans worldwide, 61 million orphans in Asia. Now, among these millions of orphans, 60% of them are above the age of 65. These numbers might look trivial to you, but these are huge. So huge that if these people come together, they can perhaps form a continent. As per Center for Disease Control and Prevention, studies found that the old age segment has been growing at an increasing rate, and it's expected to hit 16% by 2050 and eventually 24% by 2100. Life as an orphan is never easy. Physically weak and emotionally fragile. At peak of such ages, when there's possibly nothing in the capacity, they're forced to live in such miserable conditions. Staying alone poses various health risks for all of us. As per Center for Disease Control and Prevention, recent studies found that social isolation, or what you can call staying alone, increases the chance of a premature death. There's a 50% more chance of dementia, a 29% more chance of heart disease, and there's a 32% more chance of strokes, associated with higher risks of anxiety, depression, and even suicide. Young children in orphanages still get adopted, but no one comes to welcome an old age orphan at their house. Shocking, but true. Heartbreaking, yet fact. I understand for most of us, it's not easy to take a huge shift of responsibility. So what can we do for orphans in orphanages to help them feel better? What can we do to increase their happiness? What can we do to help them fight for social isolation? Today, I have an idea that can change the potential of how we think about vulnerable members in our society. The idea is of joining orphanages with old age homes. Because in all this disgrace is one thing we can embrace, where innocence meets experience, a combination so rare, where naughtiness meets patience, a balanced pair. In young eyes, there's a flicker of hope. In aged minds, there's a way to go. Young ones bring innocence, which is so clear. They also bring joy, laughter, and cheer. The elderly bring love, wisdom, and grace. Together, they create a divine place. Studies have shown that intergenerational programs where older adults and young children interact have a positive impact on both age groups. For example, the elderly have reported to feel a sense of belonging and purpose in their life, while the children have increased social skills and a better academic performance. Now, you might be thinking why you should consider my idea. Let me tell you a story in the small rural part of the world. In this community, there were two different facilities. An orphanage for those kids who had lost their parents, and an old age home for those who had no one in their family who could take care of them. These two facilities were located close to each other but worked independently. One day, the orphanage needed some volunteers to chaperone the kids. The old age home had loads of time on their hands, so they volunteered. The young ones enjoyed the companies of the elderly. Together, they would read books, share meals, and enjoy together. As time went on, the two facilities collaborated more and more. The children would help the elderly in small tasks like bringing a glass of water or helping them in their medication, while elderly would teach them life lessons and life skills. As time went on, the two different facilities became one. They created a community where the elderly and the young children lived under the same roof. The young ones had grandparents to look up to, and the grandparents had grandchildren to dote on. It was a win-win situation for everyone involved. Now, you might be thinking that this is just one isolated incident, but this idea has the potential to be applied in various contexts. There are countless orphanages and old age homes that could be benefited from these type of collaboration. So I urge you all to consider my idea. But I understand the implementation of this idea may come with some challenges. But remember, every challenge comes with its own set of lights and rainbows to overcome it. With this, I urge you all to join orphanages with old age homes. Let's create a more compassionate and connected society where everyone's valued for regardless of their age or background. Thank you.